sound from my computer.
Steve, and he wanted me to pass on that it looks likely.
Do you have sound, Penny, on yours?
Power is going down progressively closer to us. And it's liable to continue to snow.
Do you have sound, Penny?
So at some point, they may lose power, possibly not. But if so, a couple of things to keep in mind. One is cities will not be needed if power goes out. You can meet with less than a quorum. If power goes down,
Seeing none, we have two bills that have to be committed under Rule 31. We have S18, which relates to revenues of the state, and therefore, appearing for notice today, will be referred to the Committee on Finance, and S99, relating to expenditures of the state under Rule 31, and appearing for notice on the calendar, will be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. We have JRS 18 related to weekend adjournment. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 18, Joint Resolution relating to weekend adjournment. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that when the two houses adjourn on Friday, March 17, 2023, it be to meet again no later than Tuesday, March 21, 2023.
They've heard the reading of the resolution. The President shall the Senate adopt the resolution. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you have adopted JRS 18. We have a constitutional proposal for introduction. Proposition 2 is introduced by Senator White and Senators White and Vyhovsky. Please listen to the statement of purpose of the proposal.
Senate Chamber, Proposed Amendment to the Constitution of the State of Vermont. Proposal 2. Section 1, Purpose. Since 1777, attitudes towards incarceration and the treatment of justice-involved individuals have changed considerably. The idea that the commission of crimes is effectively deterred by continued visible punishments of long duration is outmodeled. Subsection B. This proposal would amend the Constitution of the State of Vermont to repeal the section calling for criminals to be punished at hard labor. Guidelines for the proper treatment of justice-involved individuals can and should continue to evolve. Such methods should not be enshrined in a state's constitution.
They've heard the reading of the purpose of the constitutional proposal, and with that, the proposal will be referred to the Committee on Judiciary. We have a handful of Senate bills for introduction. The first being S122, introduced by Senator Perslick. Please listen to the reading of the bill by title only.
S122, an act relating to creating healthcare facility safety policies.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill, the first Committee on Health and Welfare. We have S123, introduced by Senator Brock. Please listen to the first reading of the bill by title only.
S123, an act relating to fair disclosure of lodging rates and resort fees.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill, the first Committee on Economic Development, Housing, and General Affairs. We have S124, introduced by the Senate Committee on Education. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S-124, an act relating to the creation of the School Construction Aid Task Force.
Being a committee bill, the bill will be placed on the calendar for notice. We have S-125, introduced by Senator White and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill by title only.
S-125, an act relating to voluntary engagement in sex work.
Now, you've heard the first reading of the bill, the first committee on judiciary. We have 3 House bills for referral. First being H-53, introduced by Representative Dolan and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill by title.
H-53, an act relating to driver's license suspensions.
Now, you've heard the first reading of the bill, the first committee on judiciary. We have H-67, introduced by Representative Dolan and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H-67, an act relating to household products containing hazardous substances.
Now, you've heard the first reading of the bill, the first committee on natural resources and energy. We have H-148, introduced by Representative Odie and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill by title.
H-148, an act relating to raising the age of eligibility to marry.
You've heard the first reading of the bill, the first committee on judiciary. That brings us to the orders of the day. We have up on for action S-14. S-14 was first read and reported to the Committee on Judiciary, which is considered the same, and that recommends that when amended, the bill ought to pass. Please listen to the second reading of the bill by title.
S-14, an act relating to justice reinvestment to reporting requirements.
Now, you've heard the second reading of the bill for the report from the Committee on Judiciary. I'd like to recognize the Senator from Chittenden Central, Senator Beal.
Mr. President, may I speak to the amendment as well as the other one bill?
You may.
Thank you. You will find S-14 on page 790 of today's Senate calendar. If you follow along, you just strike all amendments to S-14 as introduced. S-14 began as a report on money invested and outcomes of justice reinvestment field. As your judiciary committee began to deliberate and took testimony, it became clear that this bill had the ability to do much more than just that. Vermont has, for many years, been looking at how to make better, more restorative criminal justice systems. And justice reinvestment and justice reinvestment too have been two important aspects of this process. But we know there's a lot more work to do. While S-14 will report on investments in justice reinvestment too, it will also give us much more information about the expenditures and trends in the Vermont criminal justice system. The first report is due to the committee no later than November 15, 2024, and every 3 years thereafter with a sunset review on July 1st, 2028. This will allow the Senate Judiciary Committee to evaluate the effectiveness of the report and the data that it is providing. The report will be led by the Vermont Statistical Analysis Center, who will coordinate across multiple state agencies to collect and report the data required in the report. This report will be submitted to the House Committee on Appropriations, Corrections and Institutions, the Senate Committee on Appropriations and Judiciary, as well as Joint Justice Oversight and the Director of Racial Equity, for the purposes of evaluating the trends in our criminal justice system. Looking at investments, outcomes, education, housing, and other predictors of success. Specifically, the report will give us the following information: recidivism rates, clearance rates, evidence of desistance, including successful completion of community supervision. Desistance is a newer framework in criminal justice that looks not only at the binary of recidivism, but at an overall decrease in the type and severity of crime over time. And the cause behind this can be many things: age, social factors, and community support. This statistic will give us a more robust and full picture of what is working, what isn't working, and what community supports are needed to prevent and decrease crime. We will also look at returning to incarceration through different types of community supervision and all available demographics. We will look at bail statistics, including those held without bail, which can only be done in instances where a person is significant harm to the community and no community release conditions can mitigate that harm, as well as a series of the evidence against them being. We will look at bail amounts and pretrial detainees being held on bail. We will also look at the statistics about pretrial detainees, their demographics, the jurisdiction they were in, and the type of crime that they do so. We will look at the funding for and utilization of substance use, mental health, education, and vocational initiatives for incarcerated individuals. the funding for and utilization of individuals served through Justice Reinvestment 2, domestic violence intervention programming in the Department of Corrections, offender transitional housing capacity with the Department of Corrections, and advancements of the Department of Corrections data collection in the offender management system. We will look at the agencies, departments, municipalities, programs, and services employing restorative justice principles, including our community justice centers, and any other general fund expenditures for justice reinvestment skills. We will also continue to count the Department of Corrections out-of-state beds contracted by the department and their average cost. The Department of Corrections in-state beds separated by gender and including all specialty units. This bill will also include all demographic data available and an exploration about the information that is not available and what barriers there are in collecting this information. The report mandates the agency reporting of available information and keeps individually identifiable information confidential. This bill is a robust data bill, and when it started, it was about investment too. It will give us important information and a foundation to build a more restorative criminal justice system that is focused on crime prevention, community safety, education, and trauma-informed care. This will help us build a better system of criminal justice for all branches. Given the nature in which this bill came through the committee process, upon passage, the title was amended to read, acclimating to a report on criminal justice-related investments and trends. This bill will take effect on passage. Your committee on judiciary heard from many witnesses. So I can get the witness list to you on third reading, as I can in the cloakroom. The committee vote on this is 5-0-0, and we respectfully ask the body for it.
Now you've heard the report of the Committee on Judiciary. The question is, shall the bill be amended as offered by? Shall the report of the Committee on Judiciary be adopted? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it. We've adopted the report of the Committee on Judiciary. The question now is, shall the bill be read a third time? Are you ready for that question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it. You've ordered third reading of S14. We now have up for consideration S95. S95 was read the first time and referred to the Committee on Finance, which is considered the same. We recommend that when the bill is amended, it ought to pass. Please listen to the second reading of the bill.
S95, an act related to banking and insurance.
Now you've heard the second reading of the bill. For the report of the Committee on Finance, I'd like to recognize Senator from Washington, Senator Cummings.
This morning at 5 a.m. but I'm trees, power lines, and explosions. I haven't ready. This is the annual banking insurance RTP bill. It is 71 pages long, and you know. Now, because other than the one amendment put in by the Committee on Finance, this is truly novel, and actually, as we look back, through those back, one other reference that needs to be adjusted. I think it's APSA needs to be 9 or vice versa. I'm returning that amendment to you for third reading. So this is the annual constitution bill, and it's the first section, then credit for insurance law by correcting and voting staff for Section 2, the Vermont Data Security Law, enacted last session. The proposal here amends the definition of licensee to clarify that the insurance companies domiciled outside Vermont are exempt from the Vermont Data Security Law only if they are acting as an assuming insurer or insurance company domiciled in Vermont. The way it is written, it could be interpreted that any insurance company domiciled that is named as outside Vermont would be exempt from that. service. And section 3 concerns the department's obligation if it denies an application for a banking license. By law, the department must return to the applicant any bonds secured by the applicant provided to the department in the application process. And the proposed amendment deletes language specifying the department shall return to the applicant any amounts paid for the application. There may be other fees that were paid by the applicant to the bond issuing entity, but the department doesn't do that. They doesn't return. Section 4 concerns debtor justice, and more specifically, a debtor's right to cancel the debt adjustment contract. The proposal will allow the debtor to submit a cancellation notice by first-class mail or email, rather than by telegram. I don't think that's updated that. Section 5 concerns the ability of a lender to require a borrower to keep the sum of money on deposit with the lender as a condition of granting and extending a loan. Such arrangements are only permitted by narrow circumstances prescribed by rule and overseen by the commissioner. The proposed amendment codifies the department's interpretation. The section deposit arrangement cannot result in an effective interest rate higher than that is legally. Section 6 concerns property and casualty insurance rate regulations, and more specifically the information that an insurance company provides to the commissioner as part of a rate review. The existing law specifies that any such information shall be open to public inspection. The proposed amendment clarifies that this disclosure requirements would only apply to non-proprietary supporting evidence. The proprietary evidence information that insurance companies have is allowed to be private. The insurance commissioner feels that if you have access to that, they can do a better job of understanding how the insurance company is setting their rates and what the insurance company is allowed over if it then could be access of it. So this will allow only non-proprietary information. Section 7 concerns the notice that an insurer is required to provide the policyholder regarding an upcoming premium rate increase for long-term care insurance. The proposed amendment extends the notice period to 45 to 90 days. This one section we did some discussion on, and in the end, really didn't change. But right now, the public is notified when long-term care insurance company goes in, when any insurance company goes into a rate. And if any of you have long-term care insurance like I do, you get calls from constituents. Some of those rates have been 300% increase. People that increase is seldom allowed. The department is unlike health insurance. Parts of its other insurance. This is looking at the numbers, and their concern is to make sure that the insurance companies have solved it. But it doesn't allow them to notify the insured once an increase has been granted, and it extends the 30 to 45 days for that. The concern is the department that if you get a notice your insurance is going up 300%, you might cancel, and then you have nothing. But when it turns out to be at 50 or 60 or whatever percent, that might be doable. So they want you to have the final information before the consumer makes a decision, because you could lose everything you invested in your life. We did hear from the healthcare advocate, we did some discussion on this, but decided to let it go as it is. It's really just a balancing act of what does best serve the Sections 8 and 9 concern the Mississippi, Vermont Life and Health Insurance Company Guarantee Association. The proposed change comprises nearly 66 of the 71 pages of this bill. And what this does, a guarantee association is an insurance company for insurance companies. Insurance companies pay in, banks pay in, but all the member insurance companies pay in. Then if an insurance company goes belly up, that money is used the insurer, so that you are not at risk, you don't lose everything you put in the insurance company. If your insurance, it does go belly. What this does is there's a guarantee association for life, health insurance guarantee, and a health maintenance organization. So we've got two doing similar things. This merges them into one guarantee association. It also extends the assessment base for the long-term care insurance. Right now, only health insurers are assessed for to underwrite a guaranteed long-term care insurance. That's probably the most prevalent insurance industry. No longer than that. So they're costing. This, because long-term care is looked at as a health benefit. But in actual fact, most long-term care insurance is written by life insurance. And so this extends the base that is charged a fee to guarantee long-term care insurance to life insurance. So it gives a larger base, it gives you more stability as the long-term care insurance companies find their way through living longer. Section 10. Okay. This is the proposal amendment, Mr. President, amendment along with okay.
You may.
Say the finance these are again technical corrections that as the drafters went through this bill, kept finding basically reference numbers, which could have been other numbers in statutory reference. So the first proposed amendment in section 9 identifies the health insurer under whom Vermont Life and Health Insurance Guarantee Association includes and contracts and certificates, but only for the purpose of this act is to ensure that a similar term interpretation of health insurer is not presumed in other tax statements. So that extension is only for the Guarantee Association. Second, third, fourth, and fifth proposal amendment are all technical conforming amendments that is used throughout the new Vermont Life and Health Insurance Guarantee Association. The sixth amendment is essentially proposing to add 3 new sections in the bill as introduced. Okay. This is the amendment that was added by the Committee on Finance. The Department of Financial Regulation is neutral. We talked to them, we talked to the bankruptcy attorneys. It's not gonna do any harm, the likelihood of it ever coming up is minimal. But the Federal Home Loan Bank, in our case, it was the Bank of Boston that made this request. Federal Home Loan Banks were established in the 1930s by the federal government, and their purpose is to keep the banking and insurance industry stable. They basically make very low cost loans to banking and insurance companies as they, if they run into rock, but this amendment only deals with insurance. This proposal has already gone into effect for businesses, other banks, this is bringing the insurance to the state. And what happens is, if an insurance company, if the Federal Home Loan Bank has amendments, in Vermont's case, we are surrounded by them. National Life, Vermont Mutual, Union Mutual. They are large, stable insurance companies. They are not grandma's fly-by-night insurance. They are major. There's rarely, I can't remember any insurance company being in danger. But if they were, the insurance, the commissioner, the FR, would take them over, and everything would be frozen for 3 days, so that the FR and working with the bank or the insurance company in this case could work out and get them back and stabilize. The role of the Federal Home Loan is to bring, money to play to help stabilize this. But by law, the Federal Home Loan Bank can't loan money unless it has collateral. And the collateral is frozen for 90 days. To be able to be involved for 90 days. What this does is it says that for the Federal Home Loan Bank only, that collateral, they can access collateral after 10 days. It also allows the commissioner to require that they send a loan, the commissioner can handle, other process. And then sections 11 and 12 exempt the home loan bank for the affordable in that process. The committee vote was 601. We heard from Google Brown, the deputy insurance, from Celia, the Home Bankers Association, David Field, the lobbyist for the Federal Home Loan Bank in Boston, Mike Fisher, the healthcare advocate, Kevin Gaffney, the commissioner of DFR, and the Pacific Policy Department, the DFR, Jennifer Wu, General Counsel, Department of Financial Regulation, Maria Royal, our Legislative Counsel, Matt Stewart, Director of Sales for the Federal Home Loan Bank, Joanne Sullivan, who's the Vice President, Director of Government Community Affairs for the Federal Home Loan Bank, and Keith Wall, our General Counsel.
I've heard the report from the Committee on Finance. The question is, shall the Senate amend the bill as offered by the Committee on Finance? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you have amended the bill as offered by the Committee on Finance. The question now is, shall the bill be read a third time? Are you ready for that? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you have ordered third reading of S95. That completes the orders of the day. Senator from Timmins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Any announcements? I would move that the Senate stand in adjournment until Wednesday, March 15th at 1 p.m.
Senator from Chittenden Central has moved pending announcements that the Senate stand adjournment until 1 p.m. on Wednesday, March 15th. Are there any announcements? Senator from Madison.
Mr. President, that, Natural Resources and Energy will need all capital.
Senator from Chittenden Southeast.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator from Essex.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate institutions will meet today at 1:15.
Senator from Washington.
We got 1:30.
Senator from Bennington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate education will be at 1:30.
Senator from Chittenden Southeast.
Mr. President, Senate Economic Development.
Senator from Addison. Senator from Windsor.
Right, first of all, it's great to be back. Two announcements. The Senate Democratic Caucus will meet at 12:30, not at 12:15. For those of you listening, the link is on the legislative website. There's, I know there's in our last week, before crossover, we have some work to be done, in committee, so we're, extending that time for people, and we hope to see you at 12:30. So we missed seven birthdays. One of them on March 10th, one of the wonderful Senate Journal Clutter, Vanessa Davidson, so please stop by and wish her a happy birthday. And we actually, two senators share a birthday yesterday. And it's an auspicious day for many reasons. Some of which I will share. It is, they happen to have been born